Hey, how's it going guys? Welcome back to some more VGC on the channel. So today we're using the same team as last time. I believe in the previous episode I said it might have been the last time we got to use this team. However, obviously, because the season ends, and I'm in Australia, it ends on about 9 PM on the 1st, which isn't for another couple days. So we'll at least get to use this team this time. So we're battling against a trainer called Ice, who's almost using a next series team, except with a Whimsicott over what I would expect to be a Comfey if this was a next series team. But okay, so we have a Duraludon, an Arcanine, a Lapras, and a Dracovish, along with a Holucha. Pretty scary team in general, because the Lapras is gonna be annoying. So I think we're gonna go Gothitelle Cinderace. Don't have a lot for the fish, I'm not gonna lie. I think Togekiss is very good here, and I think Rillaboom as well. But yeah, so I mean, I'm actually pretty happy we get to use this team again, as obviously having to retire like four Pokemon from the entire team for 2 months is a little bit sad, I think. But it'll be nice to have a fresh new format, at least for a few months before we get the DLC. So we've got Whimsicott, Duraludon as a lead, okay. So we have a relatively safe Fake Out plus Steel Spike into the Whimsicott. Or we could just KO the Duraludon here, that is an option with max fighting, which I think should KO. But I do want to get rid of this Whimsicott if I can. I'm just wondering if I want to Steel Spike to get a defense raise or Airstream to get a speed boost. Remember, he didn't have a whole lot for... I guess we could Fireball too, but it doesn't really give us much. Alright. We'll just Airstream. Duraludon could Dynamax here. I can't see it one-shotting our Cinderace, but I could be wrong. Like, it could go for a Max Lightning and maybe Life Orb modest KOs, but I do doubt it. Whimsicott here could also Trick, or it could Protect, I should say. Trick doesn't do much against Fake Out, obviously, but Protect wouldn't be too surprising. But our opponent is opting to Dynamax here. I'm 100% assuming it's the Duraludon. Yeah. Sadly for Duraludon, its GMX form just never sees play. Okay. So I am assuming it is the Life Orb variant. Okay, Fake Out. Get the Airstream off. So now we're guaranteed faster than everything, which is also important if they bought the fish in the back. Because fish is usually a Choice Scarf. So now with the speed boost, we guaranteed outspeed it. Okay, so Whimsicott goes down. Let's see what Duraludon opts to do here. It is just going to be a Wormwind, okay. Yeah, so it's definitely the Life Orb variant for Duraludon. Which makes sense. Oh, Gothitelle's attack dropped. Yeah, there's a Life Orb chip. Alright, what have we got in the back? So I just have to remember that I have Rillaboom plus Togekiss in the back here. Rillaboom's obviously not doing a whole lot to the Duraludon. Togekiss is neither here nor there with it. I'm not afraid of this Lapras, although I am afraid of a Max Guard into Hydro Pump, I guess. But we're just going to Helping Hand, Max Fighting. Actually, maybe I should... No, yeah, Max Fighting is probably best here. I don't think it'll KO, but it should give me the chip I need. Yikes, man. Alright, so Ice Shard there, which makes sense in case I wanted to opt to KO the Lapras. We'll see how much this does. Yeah, it doesn't KO, which I'm not terribly surprised about. Especially with the attack drop here, but It's just going to be Steel Spike into the Cinderace. So big healthy defense raise for both of our opponent's Pokemon here. Okay. Alright. I don't know if they're helping... Oh, actually, if this is... I just want to check something. Because if this is Life Orb Duraludon, it means it's max speed, most likely. But I guess we should eat a Steel Spike, I think, unless we get crit. But I don't know about Ice Shard into Steel Spike. But I really want to save the... I kind of really want to save the Rillaboom in the back for a potential Dracovish. Okay. Definitely a very tough matchup here. Gonna Dazzling Gleam, and I think I kind of have to Helping Hand and hope Kiss lives, I guess. But let's see how we go. It's max lightning, actually. That's bad. Oh, please be faster than the Lapras. Please don't Kiss. Come on, buddy. Yes. Nice, okay. Alright, well... that was a bit butt clenching. It's just freeze dry into the Togekiss, which makes sense. If he'd opted to Ice Shard there, we definitely would have gone down, obviously. Alright. So now I have Rillaboom, and I'm assuming Dracovish in the back. I don't know if Rillaboom actually lives a... Yeah, there's a fish. Not a huge surprise. Okay, so we obviously go for Grassy Glide here. The question is, does Fish live a... Does Rillaboom live a potential Choice Band Vicious Rend? I feel like we do. Is this how we win though? I think this is how we win. Okay, our opponent didn't protect, which I expected them not to. Because you would think that you would go into the fish, I guess. Actually opting for Dragon Rush, which is not what I expected. Which does less than half, so... yeah, that should definitely seal it up. As it actually shows that it's Choice Scarf because it's getting the healing from Grassy Terrain first. So it's just Scarf Dragon Rush, which does less than half to Rillaboom, so... we just Grassy Glide here and Helping Hand. Our opponent's only chance to win here is if I misclicked and Grassy Glided my own Gothitelle, which I don't think I did. Yep, cool. Alright, well, Rillaboom finally showing what it can do. As we started out by not having much luck with it in the early parts of this series, but oh well, proving its spot on the team. Alright, what I'll do is I'll just cut till I find the next battle. Alrighty, we found another battle against Jack. That took a while too, actually. Jack has a very interesting team in Galarian, Slowbro, Volcarona, Corviknight, Gastrodon, Terrakion, and Silvally. Okay. I don't want to deal with this. Need to be very careful about Corviknight, and surely you don't bring Gastrodon to this matchup. I mean, that's what I say, but you know, kind of want to lead, because he's got a Terrakion, so I'm trying to figure out what gets beat up on that team. I guess Silvally might. We could lead Kiss plus, say, T-Tar. I feel like that's not a bad lead. Or Kiss plus Rillaboom, maybe. Cinderace in the back for the Corviknight. And I think T-Tar's not terrible here either. Bit of a different team lineup this time around. Apologies, it sounds like I'm shaking too. It's really cold in my room for some reason. Alright, so I don't really know what to expect out of my opponent here. So I'm kind of... This is like a hit and hope kind of thing where I'm hoping my... Alright. Not quite what I expected to see. So, Galarian Slowbro is interesting because it obviously has the option to go first, which is a bit terrifying. So we can simply follow me here and say go for Grassy Glide into Terrakion, assuming it wants to stay in. Slowbro could Dynamax, go for Max Poison. Terrakion could Dynamax. There's a lot going on here. But we're just going to opt for a Grassy Glide. There's only really Corviknight that wants to take a Grassy Glide, or even Volcarona like would take a fair bit from a Choice Band. As it will be the Terrakion that Dynamaxes here. Okay. Even if we lose this, I'm just interested to see what the gimmick is of this team. So it shouldn't be too surprising with the follow me here. That does a lot. Weakness policy, I'm not terribly surprised. It just means now though that like a max Rockfall or Mindstorm, okay, do I die to that? No. Oh, but it does change the terrain. Oh, okay. That's kind of cute. Wow, okay, that's a really cool combination actually. I'll give props to that. Alright, what do I have for this then? Cinderace, that's what I have. Good old Cinderace. Alright. I think Steel Spiking here is best. I could Airstream actually. But Steel Spike means I resist both the Slowbro's moves. And we switch out Rillaboom into Tyranitar. Alright, I'm really curious to see. It could be Ally Switch also coming out from the Galarian Slowbro, which honestly I'd have to hard read that, which is the biggest problem with Ally Switch in a single match format, where a Pokemon that you weren't expecting to have it has it, and it can just like ruin your entire game. Which I think is why Steel Spiking here is still my best option. Okay. So it just lets me Steel Spike. It could also be Yawn coming out from the Slowbro. Or another Expanding Force, who knows. Okay, so T-Tar gets a defense raise. And its biggest threat in Terrakion goes down to... is this the poison one? Yeah, it is. Hopefully it doesn't poison me. No, cool. Oh yeah, and another side effect of Steel Spiking is I don't take Sandstorm chip damage. Which, you know, I totally thought about before this. Okay, there's Gastrodon. Interesting. Okay. What do I want to do here? Good Airstream, Slowbro. Airstream, Gastrodon, and Crunch it maybe? I feel like that's not going to do enough damage. And the Slowbro... I don't think Slowbro is doing a whole lot. But I do have... hang on, why am I focusing on the... Alright, I'm going to do that. So at least then, Tyranitar gets a speed boost as well as a defense raise. And with Rock Slide, assuming we connect, we have a chance to flinch the Gastrodon too. Okay. But the other side effect, which I did actually think of Airstream, is it does make us flying type, obviously. So if the Gastrodon opted for Earth Power, it's not going to affect the Cinderace. But a Yawn does come out. That was something I expected. Okay, I assume it's Corviknight at the back. It's still Valley. Okay. Let's have a look. It's a fairy types of Valley, okay. Alright. I know I've been yawned and I should really switch out, but if we can pick up the KO on Silvally here, it's big. Cool. So that should be a 100% win there because the Gastrodon can't fight off Rillaboom in the back. And usually both of its moves, like say Scald and Earth Power, will proc Tyranitar's weakness policy. As we just keep connecting these Rock Slides, which is nice. Puts it down to a nice 30%, and it flinches it. Okay, so Cinderace does go to sleep here. Dynamax ends. I'm definitely not switching, because I don't want to switch into a random Scald, and it'd be a whole thing. It's gonna Iron Head. Oh god. That was my D-pad trying to ruin me, trying to ruin my day. Trying to ruin me. I'm just gonna Crunch here. Cool. It was Rocky Helmet this whole time. That seemed like a very non-bulky Gastrodon. Like Gastrodon, normally you would expect it to be like very defensive, but obviously this time around, I guess it was more specially defensive, or they were trying out like a faster build, even though its base speed is like not high, it's like 20 something or 30 something. But okay, that is our second win for the day, so I will cut till I find the next battle. Alrighty, we found another trainer here, so we're playing against someone who name I can't read. But we did rank up to rank 10. Okay, this person is using a lot of the banned Pokemon, a lot like we are. His top 4 obviously are getting banned. Dragapult is an interesting one, because Dragapult plus Porygon 2 is a pretty tough matchup. I don't really know how I want to lead against this. Especially with the Urshifu there. Tempted to lead Tyranitar. Man, if I could get, like, Togekiss Airstreaming, it would tear through our opponent. I'm wondering about a Togekiss Gothitelle lead. It obviously doesn't help for the Dragapult, because Dragapult can just switch, but could be good. I'm wondering if Rillaboom is worth it just for knockoff. I feel like it's not. I think Incineroar and potentially Cinderace because of high jump kick. A Charizard's also a threat too. Alright, we'll go with these four. Alright, Yeah, I also thought for some reason that rank 10 was the Master Ball tier, but obviously we've gone from Great Ball to Ultra Ball, which makes sense. So I don't actually know where Master Ball tier is. But I would say at this point we're probably not reaching it this season, but something to aspire to for next season. So it's going to be Togekiss Dragapult versus Gothitelle and our Togekiss. Okay, so again I am really tempted to just Dynamax and start going for Airstreams, but it would require 2 Airstreams to take out to get faster than Dragapult. I guess what I could do is I could Dynamax Airstream Togekiss. I was tempted to Trick Room. But maybe I should have brought Tyranitar actually. Tyranitar in this lead would have been really good. Let's go with this. Something a bit different. We haven't Dynamaxed Togekiss yet. So it is Dragapult Dynamaxing, which I kind of expected. But it also could have just gone for a Phantom Force, which is why I wasn't, like, too keen on Starfalling it. Along with the fact that his Togekiss could also just go for a Follow Me as well. But I suppose I do a Fake Out, so, you know. I would assume though that if he is going for Max Ghost, he'd be going into the Gothitelle. That's my assumption anyway. It's a big Togekiss. Okay. It's just Max Phantasm into the Gothitelle, procs our Berry. Let's see how much this does. Probably like half, right? Unless he crits this. Jesus, that still does so much damage. But on the plus side, it turns like a definite KO into a 2-hit KO. So it forces our opponent to like waste a ton of Dynamax essentially. As we actually end up critting our opponent's Togekiss. We know it's Slow Kiss too, because it flinched like right at the end. Okay. Definitely gonna Airstream again, but I'm gonna target the Pult. And then... yeah, I don't want to switch out. So I could Helping Hand the Airstream, or I could just Psychic for a bit of chip. Let's do that. Okay, Helping Hand comes out from the opposing Togekiss. So he actually Airstreams us, which is surprising. So I should have Helping Handed myself, actually. Okay. So that's a mistake from me, but that's fine. Alright, so that just did just under half. With a crit. We are Super Luck Togekiss. Obviously we're not the Scope Lens set, but as far as he's concerned, we very well could be. Alright, well... I'm gonna Airstream Togekiss, and we're gonna go for Darkest Lariat into the Dragapult. Yep. I assume Airstream comes out from... that's just Phantasm, okay. Can we live this? Oh, easily. Okay. So with this Airstream from our Togekiss, it should mean we're guaranteed faster than the Dragapult, which is good. And if Incineroar manages to KO with the Darkest Lariat, which based off the Airstream damage, I don't think it will. as it seems like a very bulky Dragapult. Oh, yeah. Weakness policy? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, once I saw how bulky it was, I assumed it was policy. Alright, what has our opponent got in the back here? As it's Porygon 2. Okay. Attack raise. Cool. Alright, so we do have Cinderace in the back. Alright, so now it is Dazzling Gleam. And I don't think Burning Jealousy works on stat gains from when it switches in. Although, to be honest, I actually don't know. But I just really want to see how bulky this Porygon 2 is. Okay. So I assume it's Thunderbolt coming out from the Porygon. As that does absolutely nothing to that Porygon 2. Oh, it's just Trick Room. Okay. That's really interesting because... I mean, I can just go out to Cinderace as an option. I kind of want to keep that in the back if I can. Is it ally switch, maybe? Or switching out the thing in general? Do I live this? I do. Do I get frozen? I don't. Neat. Okay, let's get rid of this Dragapult. And we get a yawn off onto the Porygon 2. Alright, let's see what they have in the back. Urshifu. Okie dokie. Is the water one. Alright. I would assume that Urshifu it has to target down the Togekiss, right? Problem is, I really need Cinderace for the... Oh man, this is tough. Alright. Not happy with this turn, it's a tough turn. Okay. Okay, I actually think I screwed up there. Because I thought the Urshifu would go into the Togekiss. So now I bring in Cinderace to a Surging Strikes and I just lose the game now, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that was just poor play on my part. That was a very, very bad misplay. Yeah. Very bad misplay. Okay, Porygon goes to sleep. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, I think the Togekiss, like, Dynamaxing it was the right play. I just... I didn't pivot around the Porygon Z enough. I should have kept Togekiss alive. Okay. Not much I can do here. Yeah. Alright. Well, we're taking the loss here, but I just want to see how much a Blitz does. It just protects. Alright, well... I guess trying to see if I fake out or close combat maybe. Interesting. Alright, we'll just run from this one. Oh. There's definitely no way to win that one. Oh well. So we went 2 wins, 1 loss, and unfortunately we had to do in the episode on a loss there. But that's okay. We send off the team, at least on a positive note, and I believe we should still stay in the at least tier 10 for now, until the season resets. But that's going to do us off this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good day.